What's up, Gamer and community, and welcome to another segment of Gamers Said. And this week, I want to talk about GTA because, of course, the news dropped that the game isn't coming out until May 26th of 2026. But then they turned around and gave us a second trailer. So what better time than now to talk about the iconic Grand Theft Auto series? So what I want to know, and what we asked you on Game Rant Threads, when was your first experience with Grand Theft Auto? The GTA franchise has been around for nearly 30 years. The first game came out in 1997. So I dare say there's a lot of us who would have played at least one of those titles since the first one came out. So let's have a look at some of your answers. Ham1299. I first played GTA 3. My husband and I both played to blow off steam while living through life with a fussy newborn. Fond memories. As a fellow parent gamer of a now toddler who had a fussy kid as well, I can certainly attest to using video games to blow off steam. So shout out to the parent gamers out there. But GTA 3, wasn't that such a big shift for the franchise? We went from that top-down experience to something more 3D and more immersive. And boy, didn't it really open up what we're seeing now, what GTA 5 was and what GTA 6 is going to be. It wouldn't be anywhere near at that level unless they started to make that move from a top-down to a third-person perspective. So that was a really great game to start off with. Danish and Emma Jean, you both touch on two very big titles in the franchise. So Danish, you said GTA Vice City on the PS2, and I loved it so much. It was my best played game on the console. And Emma Jean, you said, I played a tiny amount of Vice City, but the first one I really got into was San Andreas. I still remember some of the cheat codes for that one. The PS2 era, I feel like, was where GTA really started to hit its strides, and it definitely came off the back of the success of Vice City, and then again with San Andreas. I feel like they were both two very solid titles. And if you hadn't played GTA before, you probably have at least tried Vice City or San Andreas. So yeah, those are definitely great options. But the cheat codes, I mean, cheat codes were pretty commonplace with gaming, but it was more so for PC than anything. I mean, I know you had stuff like Age of Empires and The Sims where you could punch in cheat codes, but those games are primarily for PC. Whenever I think about cheat codes, I always think of GTA because as a console gamer primarily, that was the only game where I found cheat codes were more openly accessible. I think some of my fondest memories of playing GTA when I was younger was punching in cheat codes I'd find on the internet and then driving around in an army tank for an hour just dodging the cops. Like that was just part of my whole GTA experience. Cheat codes, I feel like they really added a whole nother layer and a whole nother element to the gameplay experience. And I think it's a big part of why we still love it to this day. One of Game Rant's own Holden said GTA 5, although it feels like it'll be a popular one as it has been the GTA game of the last decade. GTA 6 when? Well, we know when GTA 6 is now, but GTA 5, if that was your first experience of GTA, it's going to be probably a little difficult to go back just because of how enormous GTA 5 is and the difference in graphic quality. But if you started with GTA 5, you would almost be doing yourself a disservice by not going back and at least trying out things like GTA 3 and Vice City, San Andreas, those ones. But GTA 5 had the multi-character element, and obviously you had online, which is still going pretty strong to this day. Credit to Rockstar, they've really squeezed as much juice out of this lemon as they could before the next game came out. But yeah, we couldn't not talk about GTA without talking about the 5th installment, perhaps their biggest project to date. Okay, and there was quite a few of you who mentioned the original GTA, and of course, I'm going to talk about the original GTA if we're going to talk about this iconic franchise. But the comment I'm going to point out is Greg, who said, I've been stealing cars since the original game came out about 28 years ago. You were just stealing them in the game, right? Just not in real life. Right. I also played the original Grand Theft Auto. That was my first experience with the franchise. Probably didn't play it until 2001 or maybe 2002. I was definitely still too young to be playing a game like that. I don't have a lot of memories of it, but I do remember how very rectangular the taxis were and how like the vehicle damage was kind of indicated by the corners of the rectangle. And I remember doing missions via the payphone, but it wasn't until Vice City that I really started to notice the franchise a bit more. I think I may have even skipped number 2 because I mean I wasn't owning the console at the time. But yeah, PlayStation 2 Vice City was my first completed game that I fully remember. Peace out to Tommy Vercetti for being such a great character. But yeah, that was my first experience. GTA 1, but Vice City is when it really got my attention. Well, that's about all we've got time for this week, but thank you for following along and thank you for joining in on the conversation. It's of course never too late to contribute to the thread, so pop in there and let me know what your first experience with GTA was. Or if you're feeling bold, send a thread to us and give us your opinion, give us any questions you have, your hottest takes, your spiciest opinions, whatever it may be. Maybe you found some Easter eggs in GTA 6's trailer that we haven't seen yet. Feel free to post them and then we can have a chat about them, and then maybe next week I can come here and we can talk about your thread. In the meantime, happy gaming, and we'll see you around on GameRant.com.